Look who's finally awake. Todd the Rod. You ready to party, QB? Well, at least one of us has the same face. Long time no see, cuz.
You played the guitar?
Yeah, I've been picking it up again. It's soothing. So you nervous about Langston being out all night?
Yes.
I'm staying up, waiting on Lola. Perhaps we could pass the time together. Shall I meet you downstairs?
My room is more comfortable. Unless you would prefer downstairs.
Downstairs would not be my preference, no.
Bring your guitar.
Talk to me into coming tonight.
You sure? Because if you want to leave...
No, I'm good, really.
They're really stoked about tonight.
Why wouldn't they be? I remember when...
I know. Me too.
Things were different back then. All we had to worry about was just being together.
Thinking about what's happening at the cemetery?
Aren't you?
Okay, Dr. McBean will be acting as environmental health officer.
The name on the headstone matches Hope Manning McBean. We'll need to check the nameplate on the coffin as well. And just be careful with it, okay? My wife was supposed to be her mother. Marcy, what are you doing here?
We've got a live one tonight.
He killed Miss Kwan.
And 4 others that they know about.
Fine mess you got yourself into this time, Johnny boy.
Pete. Where am I? Look around. Take a really good look. It's Cousin Kevin's old room in the KAD house. Remember that? Yeah, the place had been boarded up for years when I bought it. I went through a lot of trouble to recreate this room. Right down to the Einstein poster. I wanted to get it exactly right. Why? What goes around comes around. This is where it all started, Todd. Your defining moment. Zach and I were your wingmen that night, but you were definitely the point man. You zeroed right in on Marty Saybrook, made her your target, made her pay for dissing you. We found her here, sick, half passed out, and we raped her. Right here on this bed. Who's trapped now, Todd? Who's helpless now? to be at someone else's mercy. Someone who doesn't give a damn about how scared you are, how much you're suffering.
So you've gone insane.
Oh, you think so? What was your excuse when you pinned Marty to the bed?
You helped me, you son of a bitch.
You're right. How did Nora put it at the trial? 3 men trapping an unwilling prey. Only this time it's not 3 men. It's 3 women. And you're the unwilling prey.
Now I know I'm losing it.
Or finding it.
I'm hallucinating. That woman, Rebecca, she drugged me. Some kind of chemical attacks the central nervous system.
Thanks a lot.
You're not real.
I'm not here for nothing. You need to get out of this hellhole.
Marty's in trouble.
And you gotta find her, help her.
Look at me. Pete, I'm locked up in a padded cell.
You've been in worse jams than this in your life, and you'll get out of this one too.
How? How do I do that?
Remember what your old man used to say? Once a cop, always a cop. Think, John. What would your father do?
I know I said I would stay away, Michael, but I couldn't.
Marcy, there are health and safety regulations involved here, too.
But I'm not going to get in the way. I'm not, and I know that you pulled strings to do this right away, Bo, and I really appreciate that. And I know that Cole and Star appreciate that, too, because we just all want to find out what happened.
Yes, we do, but you don't have to be here for this.
I told Star and Cole the same thing.
Well, you were right to tell them that. I mean, they're really young. You know, they may not be able to handle this.
But you can handle this? Come on, it was hard enough when we buried her.
Yeah, it was. Michael, but I've made peace with that. I was supposed to be her mother, and I would like to be here for her. Please. You know she shouldn't have to be here alone, and Star couldn't make it, and she shouldn't make it, and I can do this. Michael, I can. I can be here for the both of us.
Is it all right if Marcy stays?
It's all right with you?
All night, I've been thinking about what's happening at the cemetery.
Me too, but there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, we don't want Marco and Langston to be worrying about us, because tonight is their big night.
Hey, guys.
Hey. Hey. Oh, you guys are still here?
Yeah, we thought you left already. No.
Oh, well, what do you know? It's time to roll. You ready?
Well, I mean, the room's prepaid. It's not like we're gonna lose our reservation. You know? Sounds like Cousin Lang is scared. Oh, you don't want to cry about it, right? Oh, talk about a mood killer.
No, Lola, that's you. Get out of here, Lola. Are you high?
Are you high? What? Me? No.
Did Asher give you something? You want some?
What does it do?
Makes you feel good.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay?
Where's Asher? Where is he?
How should I know? He left you here? I don't care. I mean, I'm having the best time of my life. Lola, if you took something as if you care. Okay, look, I know that we've been having our issues, but you're still my cousin. You are not my mother, okay? She's dead, so just get off my back and let me have fun. How are you getting home? I don't know. Cab, my dad, whatever.
Look, we'll drop you off on our way to the palace.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. Okay, so you just go and have your night of fun. Oh, don't get knocked up, okay? Because it'll spoil everything.
Meet your judge, jury, and executioner.
What about my kids? What did you do with them?
Relax, they're fine. This isn't about them.
What do you want?
It's not about what I want. It's what Marty wants. What she deserves. Justice. Right, Marty? If you had had a knife that night, you would have stabbed the life out of him right then. But you couldn't do it, Marty. Because there was no knife. Like there is now.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Can I just talk to Star real quick? Lola's a bitch, but I don't want anything to happen to her. Okay, would you stop worrying about her? That's exactly what she wants you to do. I know, but... But what? You're nervous, and it's not about Lola. Tell me what a geek I am. You're not a geek at all. Were you nervous with Cole? It wasn't exactly the same. Cole and I didn't know what we were doing. But maybe that's the problem. This is so not spontaneous. It's better off that way. We won't mess up like Cole and I did. But is it so romantic this way? Yes. Because you're doing it because you love each other, right? That's what love is all about. Just wish I knew more of what I was doing. You think Marco does? He better not. He was such a mess when he was trying to buy the condoms. But he did get them, right? Well, I had my own for Dorian's, but gross, I don't want to think about that. Listen, tonight is going to be fine. Actually, it's going to be perfect, and you are never going to forget it. I love you. I love you too.
Is it time?
It's time.
I can't believe that Langston has decided to lose her virginity on prom night. Why didn't I forbid her to... Why didn't I just stop her?
Because you knew that she would find a way. They're different, those two, you know. My Lola is very young for her years, but Langston is practically a woman.
She's 17.
My mother was 15 when she married. By the time she was 18, she had 2 children.
Oh, dear.
Which is not to say you should worry, because Langston has her eyes down the road, you know. There's no way she's going to get herself pregnant the first night she makes love.
If I had a 17-year-old son who wanted to have his first sexual experience, it wouldn't be such a big issue. Of course, I would want him to have safe sex and respect the girl, but I'd not be losing sleep over it the way I'm going to tonight.
Yeah, well, it's different with girls.
Why do you suppose that is?
Well, because a girl is delicate.
Do I seem delicate to you?
You do. And so beautiful. And so very desirable.
What would my father do? Is that why you're here? To tell me?
That'd be way too easy.
You're not really here. You're in my head. One of those guys looks in here and sees me talking to myself.
He'll remember what Doc Saybrook told him. Keep the patient sedated.
And he'll have to open the door and come inside.
And
I'll have a chance.
now you're talking.
Hey! Get him off me!
Looks like our friend is coming to life. Hope you've got a tranquilizer gun.
Oh. Your beef is with me, right? Why don't you just let them go?
This isn't between you and me. This is between you and them. You really don't get it, do you? What you did to Marty? How much you hurt her? Even when that nutcase Margaret Cochran did it to you, you never got it through your thick skull.
I see. So you killed all those people just to get my attention?
Finally, you're starting to understand. The K earring that Lee Halpern was wearing, the A on Wes Granger's tattoo, the D under Blair's fingernail. John McBain figured it out weeks ago. He'd be dead too if Officer Saheed hadn't surprised me. Wrong place, wrong time.
You were after McBain?
And everyone else who hurt Marty. The Halpern woman who betrayed her, that soldier who took advantage of her, your rabid ex-wife for blaming Marty for what I did. You went after her in that dirty little tabloid, calling her the trash that you are. You had to be made to pay. But somehow you survived.
Leave her alone.
When has she ever left Marty alone? Wasn't enough going public against Marty. You had to marry John McBain, too. You just live to make Marty miserable. Don't you, Blair? Well, not for long.
You know, when you were trying to take Langston away from me, I hated you. I could have killed you.
You nearly did. This scar reminds me every day. But the way I figure, you couldn't help it. Whatever you feel very deeply.
Don't most women?
You are not most women, Dorian. And as passionately as you hated me, that's the way you will love me.
Is that a challenge, Mr. Montes?
Is that a yes, Doctor?
Will there be anything else? I called ahead with a special order. It's on the table, sir. Great. Thanks. There you go. Thank you.
Should be at the palace by now.
Yeah, probably.
I just hope everything turns out perfect for them.
Not like our first time.
I'm so sorry for everything that happened.
It's not your fault.
None of it was our fault. My dad, our baby. But everything before that, when you and I were first together, it was.
This should be getting close.
Marcy?
Yeah?
You sure you can handle this? They're going to be bringing a casket up any minute now.
I'm not going to lose it. I'm not as long as you're here.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
The hell?
You stay the hell away from her. You were supposed to die that night. When I placed that D under your manicured fingernail, I could see you were still breathing. Then I heard someone coming.
Pal, you hurt her, and I swear to God.
She hurt Marty.
Well, so did you.
You pushed me into it. I didn't want to hurt her. You pushed me into it. You and Zach told me I wasn't a man.
You're still not a man, are you? Look at you. Big, tough guy. Threatening women you've got tied up.
Shut up.
You're afraid to face me alone like a man, aren't you?
Shut up.
You're a man. You're as weak as you were back then. As weak as you always were.
Not anymore. I'm the one holding the knife.
Well, then what are you waiting for? You want to kill me? Get it over with.
Now that's what your old man would have done.
How do you know what I did? You can't see anything.
I'm your vision. I know I don't have my vision, but I can see what you see.
Okay, smart guy. How the hell do I get out of this straitjacket?
What are you waiting for? Just do it already. Kill me. But you let them go first.
You're gonna die, all right. But I'm not gonna be the one to kill you. They are.
I need to. I'm sorry. Are you two having sex?
Can you get out?
Oh my God! Everyone is having sex tonight. Sex, sex, sex,
What is
sex,
wrong with you,
sex,
Mika?
sex, sex.
Lola!
I got a surprise for you. Come here. Chocolate dipped strawberries.
Oh my God! I love those.
I know.
I didn't get you anything.
You didn't have to. I mean, just you being here tonight and... So, there's movies we can order. They're not too expensive. And, what else? Oh, there's a sound dock. Check it out. Bam. And, a pool. There's a pool, too, if you want to go swimming.
Maybe. It's a nice night out.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's a perfect, beautiful night. I'm so freaking nervous. God, my heart's about to pound out of my chest.
I know, same.
Really?
Yeah, look. Sweaty palms. I never sweat.
You're like so totally chill and awesome and deadly, and I thought that ever since 3rd grade, even when I acted like I hated you.
No, I was way meaner to you.
I know. Do you remember that time I was drawing a picture of my mother in an art class, and you leaned over and you looked at it and you were like, oh, is your mother a horse?
That's just what little girls do when they think somebody is the cutest guy they ever saw.
You too. I mean, not a guy, a girl. God, you were even beautiful back then. As beautiful as you are tonight. I mean, you know, now you're even more beautiful, and I sound so lame.
No. Me too. I'm like a basket case. I'm not even kidding.
You don't have to be. It's just me, Lang. Your best friend. I love you so much.
I love you too.
We're coming up on the midnight hour. Last dance, last chance. So grab a partner and dare to dream.
Would you like to dance?
I'd love to.
It's okay, sweetie. It is. Mommy's here. I'm here, and I'm not gonna leave you.
The straitjacket does present a challenge, but I seem to remember a certain birthday present your father gave you a long time ago when you were a kid. An old book from 1910. He got it from a second-hand store.
Handcuff escapes by Harry Houdini.
And what do we have here? Imagine that. In here, Houdini explains how he escaped from a straitjacket. And by the way, hanging upside down.
Yeah, Pete, that's because he was the greatest escape artist who ever lived.
And this is his how-to manual. It's his instruction manual.
Well, I hope it's in Braille.
You're the one who read this book 200 times. It looks to me like you're going to have to see these pages in your mind's eye.
My mind's eye? It's easy for you to say, Pete, because I've been drugged and I'm out of my mind.
Desperate times, Johnny. Your friend Marty's in trouble. And if you bust out of here wearing a straitjacket, they're going to throw you right back in for keeps. Think, kid. What's the first thing you do?
What's the first thing I do? The first thing is, it's the elbow. The first thing is the elbow, right?
That's right.
The one with the continuous hand under the other elbow.
That's right, John. Now keep it up. What's the next thing you do?
Much as I'd like to finish you off myself, it's far more fitting the women do it. God knows you've given them all enough reason. Blair, the mother of your children, 2 of them anyway, she's loved you despite what a son of a bitch you are. And what do? You treat her like garbage, you humiliate her, reject her.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about, pal.
Are you kidding? I've been following your escapades for years. Like your twisted relationship with Miss Delgado here. She made the mistake of loving you. Don't you have anything to say to her?
What do you want me to say?
I'm sorry, maybe? You tell her you're sorry.
What do you think?
I've never seen anything so beautiful in my entire life. You look amazing.
I'm okay.
No, you're not.
I guess I just did what the DJ said. I dared to dream.
About?
Oh, 16 years from now, she would be having some boy pick her up for her prom.
And I'd want to kill him.
And I would say she can't be our little girl forever.
And I would say she'll always be a little girl.
But she would want to grow up and have her own life like we do.
Still doesn't make it any easier.
Really wouldn't have happened anyway. Marcy was going to raise her. We wouldn't even be her parents.
All right, come on. I'll take you home.
Cole, do you think maybe we could,
You gotta get your head under your lower arm.
I'm trying, damn it. Oh.
Say I'm sorry. You know that, right?
I'm not so sure she does. And Marty for sure doesn't. You could apologize to her every day of her life, and it still wouldn't be enough.
Marty knows how I feel about her.
You mean that crap about you loving her? You bullied Zach and me into raping her, and then all these years later, you rape her again. Is that your idea of love?
Oh, pal, this isn't about me.
Excuse me? If it isn't about
It's
you...
about you. You feel guilty. You killed people, so Marty will forgive you. Do you think she feels vindicated? Really?
I've proven how sorry I am. I'm giving Marty a chance to even the score. It's what she wants.
Well, why don't you let her speak for herself?
Actions speak louder than words. All right, Marty. Kill Todd.
Everyone else is just wrong. There's nothing wrong with me.
Lola, did something happen at the dance tonight, sweetie?
I'm going to call Langston at the hotel and
No. You don't want to do that. You know why? Because right now, Langston's having sex with Marco. Marco didn't want me. He wanted Blixton. He spit on me, so I fixed him. Both of them.
You fixed what?
Lola, what are you talking about?
It's done. There's nothing you can do about it.
Lola, what have you done to Langston and Marco?
Wait.
What?
I am a Kramer woman, as Dorian is constantly reminding me. And a Kramer woman is always prepared.
Are you sorry you weren't here?
No. We did the right thing. Went out with our friends and had fun.
We did. A little, anyway. So I guess we'll know pretty soon now.
Yeah, I just wonder if it'll make a difference. Whatever they tell us, it's not going to bring her back. But like you said, she'll always be our baby.
Way to go, Johnny. Now what do you do?
Now I try to undo these straps in the back.
That's right. And you better do it in a hurry, because these clowns aren't going to stay knocked out forever.
I know. If I can just get the strap with my offhand. It's over. I'm out of here.
Your old man would be proud of you. Now you got to get out of here. Find this Paulo Lord before it's too late. Johnny, watch your back.
Thanks, B.
This is your chance, Marty. Kill Todd. For all the pain he's caused you.
This is not what I want, pal.
Killing Todd is not justice.
What about you?
Go to hell.
Then you do the honors. You know he deserves it. You all know that. For God's sake, ladies, take your power back. Show him that you'll never be victimized by him ever again. Now, which one of you is going to be first?
I will.